Pain in Our Head podcast contains themes of coarse language, adult themes, and the discussion of mental health themes. Some content may be emotionally challenging. If you or someone you know is at risk, please visit the description for mental health and suicide prevention contacts. Enjoy the show. What's going on, everyone?
Howdy.
Welcome to this week's episode of the Pain in Our Head podcast. What's been happening this week, Christian? Anything exciting?
Not this week. I've done nothing, really. It's just been work.
Good fun, hey?
That was a good game.
Yeah?
Warcraft 3.
Warcraft 3.
The orc peons. So you click on it, like, work.
Nah, it's not ringing a bell for me. Don't think I played it.
Yeah. It's like Age of Empires, but Warcraft.
Oh, okay. That's kind of cool.
Really cool.
Age of Empires is a good game.
Age of Empires 2 was a good game.
Yes. 2 was good.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, nothing really to talk about. Like for the week, nothing.
There's nothing.
Yeah, it's been a quiet week. And yeah, what about you?
Yeah, it's good. Same. Lots and lots of work. Big week this week. And big weekend. Had a gig last night. So that was all right. Played at Greaser.
Do well?
Yeah, we did pretty well. We only did 45 minutes. There were 3 bands playing, so we only got 45 minutes of time on stage, but it was good. I hadn't been to that venue since, well, probably like 8 years ago. Not to play either, to just go in there. So, did I win? I think it was just a win that I actually got myself in there. So, yeah, that was a win. But no, we played well. But the venue was really cool. Really cool venue. We've never played there before. Probably one of the only venues in the valley that we haven't played at. But now we
played Crowbar.
We have played, and it's not called Crowbar anymore. Did you know that?
No, obviously not. That's why I called it Crowbar.
Well, Crowbar. There was a big thing going on at Crowbar last night, or the Bright Side, as it's now called.
Ew.
Yeah, that's what they called it now. Yeah, it's called the Bright Side. Yeah, it's the Bright Side on Warner Street in Brisbane, Fortitude Valley. That's where I park.
Down to the valley.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a Holy Moly right next to it too now.
That's mini golf, isn't it?
I think so. I can't say I've ever been to one.
Well, why did you fucking mention it if you don't even know what it is?
I don't know. I thought it'd be somewhat of an importance. I don't know.
There's a venue that I don't know what it is, but there's one there.
I'm pretty sure it is. It's had a little golf thing. I don't know. I think it's the indoors one. It has to be.
Put balls in your hole.
Great. Yeah, so
anyway.
We played Greaser, and Greaser was cool. Really liked it. Yeah. So, stage is like not raised. It's like one of those ones which is like on the floor, but
I don't like that.
Raised like, a couple of inches from the ground.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I'm normally not the biggest fan, but I didn't mind it. It wasn't too bad.
You sit in the back and do fuck all, so like, what's it matter to you?
No, well, because of how small it was, I was actually off to the side.
Even better.
So yeah, we had like drums and bass and vocals and lead on the opposite side. So it was kind of cool.
So it looked like you weren't part of the bed.
Yeah. It looked like I was just doing my own thing, which I usually do most of the time. As you put it, I pretty much do fuck all. So yeah, but no, it was good.
Could have put the bass player over there, and it would have been perfect.
Would have been fine. Would have been absolutely fine. Yeah. So. Anyway, it was good. That's the highlight of my week. I'll go to the footy this afternoon, so very excited about that.
Didn't you go on a date on Friday night?
Yeah, we did. We went to...
That'd be the highlight of your week? You're fucked.
The whole weekend is just so busy that I can't even remember. That felt like a week ago. And I don't really
listen to this.
I don't really count Friday as a weekend. That's a part of the weekend.
Friday weekend starts when you knock off Friday.
I disagree.
Well, you're wrong.
Weekend starts Saturday morning.
No, the weekend starts when you knock off Friday.
Nice. Friday's part of the working day.
No,
you're
wrong.
Well, I mean, I'm probably wrong. I could be wrong, but it's just I don't count it as a weekend. It's just I count
part of the weekend.
I count the 2 days. That's it. So
Friday night's part of the weekend.
Okay, fair enough. Anyway, so bring it back to it. That's my separation. That's why I said it wouldn't be the highlight of my weekend. Because anyway, I'll move past it. All right, well, let's talk about some mental health stuff, seeing as someone wants to be an asshole today. We're going to talk about financial insecurity and how that affects your mental health.
Are you suffering with financial insecurity? Is that why you got rid of your symbols on your drum kit?
Not anymore. No. The reason that there's no symbols on my drum kit is because I used them last night. Yeah. I haven't packed them.
I just thought maybe you sold them.
No, I wouldn't get much. You don't get much for secondhand symbols. Yeah, not worth selling. Yeah. I didn't
actually think that. I was just being a dick.
Oh, I mean, I have considered it though. It's something you consider, especially when you are going through some financial depression.
Yeah, I thought about selling my computer at times.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, I know, right? It's
How
like
awful.
I'd be lost.
But that's what it can do. That's why we're going to talk about it today, because you get so desperate that you consider selling things that you really enjoy, things that you really love, things that are a part of your hobby. So you get really desperate and you want to sell those things off. So, terrible, man. Awful. I've definitely gone through a lot of financial depression.
Fucking A.
Many years. Studying was the worst.
I still go through it sometimes. Like, shit pops up that you're just not fucking expecting or ready for, and it's just like,
yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. I guess I got so used to it that now that I'm not studying anymore, and now that I've got a little bit more of a regular income, let's call it, it definitely hasn't been a stressor for the last month or so, which has been really nice. So yeah. So what do we do? What do we do about it? What are we going to do about these dumb financial insecurities?
So what you do is you sell everything and then you move to the forest and wear wizard robes and grow mushrooms. That's how you spend the rest of your days.
Just out in a little shack.
Yeah. With mushrooms.
Just sell the mushrooms?
Maybe, or you just eat a lot of mushrooms. How fucking good would that be, though? Like, how good would your life be? You just have no stresses at all. You'd just be chill banging out in the forest.
Just eat
wearing
mushrooms.
your fucking wizard robes. And you'd free ball under that shit, too. So you'd just be dangling in the fucking breeze, just hanging out, just chill banging. No one to stress you out. No bills. You'd just be like, yeah. Carve yourself up like a nice staff as well. So you grow a big beard, grow long hair. Fucking that'd be the life.
Long fingernails, long toenails.
No. Yuck. No. No.
Go scrape it on some concrete.
Oh, yeah, I got the fucking yeah.
So
I can hear it.
And Christian sent me a reel earlier in the week. It's just someone running.
Stop it!
And pushing their foot forward so that their toenails would scrape on the concrete. The sound.
I'm gonna vomit.
The
Stop.
acceleration. Anyway. You sent it to me. I thought it was funny.
How? How is that funny? That noise is worse than like fucking chalkboard.
Got nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah.
You know, you get a weird tingle when you accidentally do it. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't even need to make that noise. Just like even like someone writing on a chalkboard, I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah. What are some other things? I'm trying to think of something else that you can run your hand on.
Microfiber cloth.
Oh yeah.
When you got dry hands. Ugh.
Yep.
Oh yuck! I can fucking feel it. Oh.
But anyway, so if you are going through financial depression, you're having financial issues, talk to someone about it.
Yeah, find someone who's good with their money.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, talk to someone. Reach out to family, friends.
That Barefoot Investor book's pretty good.
Yeah, haven't read it, but I've seen it. I know the one you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, it's got a lot of really good reviews.
Yeah, helpful.
Helpful, yeah. So you've read it? Okay.
Yeah, Kim made me read it.
Right, yeah, okay.
I used to be fucking shocking with my money. I was still pretty bad, but I was worse.
Yeah, I've got to have money to spend money.
My problem was that I've always had like, not always, but like, I've had decent paying jobs. So it's, you know, your money comes in and it's like, oh, look, I've got, you know, a couple of $100 left at the end of the pay week. It's like, well, that means I can spend it on whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I've got no money left until payday.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big problem when you have that kind of income as well. Headphones broken again.
No, there was something rattling.
Okay.
Pissing me off.
I've had a really high paying job in the past, and yeah, similar kind of thing. You just spend it willy, like whenever you want, and just as much as you can because you don't know what to do with it. Like I think this.
It's not even not knowing what to do with it. It's more just because I fucking can.
As you can.
It's like, you know, I don't know about you, but like growing up, my family was fucking broke. So, you know, getting takeaway and shit was like a special treat. And, you know, going for a fucking trip to Brisbane was like a holiday.
Yeah.
So shit like that. And phone's on silent. So once I got money, it was just like, well, I'm going to make up for all the shit that I didn't get to fucking do when I was growing up. And it's like, I just fucking, you know, I've got money. I can buy whatever the fuck I want. If I want it, I'm going to get it because now I can.
You can. Yeah. And there's room there too. Like there's ways you can start forming other bad habits too. If you do have too much money to
Mm.
spend, like I fell into a bit of a gambling habit, I guess. You can call it an addiction, really. So I did for a little bit while I was earning a good amount of money.
See, I fucking
So I
hate
just
it.
thought, like, it was there. You could do
I
it.
hate gambling. It's a waste of money.
Well, yes, absolutely. There's no other way to say it. It is a
No,
waste of money.
yeah,
It is a
like,
waste of money. But that's the thing. It's like you know we had our addiction episode. Treat it like an addiction because that's what it is. So you get that rush. Yeah. So when you win, obviously there's that massive rush, and then you go again, and then you always have that thought in the back of your head. It's like I'll just do it again. I'll do it again because I'll get it this time. I'll get it this time. And that's where you fall into that slope. So,
Mm.
just cleaning it out. Clean out your earmuff. Clean out your muff.
I hate you sometimes. You know that, right?
Yeah, so gambling. So the financial stresses can lead to that. Well, that's I guess a fallback from having too much disposable income.
Well,
So
I guess you
it's
see it in like the miners and stuff like that, like people that get decent paying jobs, like straight out of school. A lot of them just, like you said, blow their money on gambling and alcohol,
drinking, yeah,
and just stupid shit that you don't need to fucking buy. Like,
yeah.
so a lot of us have done it. Like,
yeah, of course. So what about there's also not having, I guess, a lot of income. So those sort of financial stresses, you could lose a job, you could struggle to get a job, you could have
get a job that's shit.
Yeah, you could have sickness, mental health. There's other things, other sickness and injuries that can make you incapable of being able to do work. So those things can all become a financial stressor, especially if you are sick and you've got to take, if you are working, you've got to take sick leave, or you don't have sick leave. So then when you're sick, you're not getting paid. If you're not getting paid, you can't pay your bills. And then, you're stressing about how you're going to make ends meet each week and those sort of things. So COVID time, that was a massive kind of time where lots of people lost their jobs and all those sort of things. I know the government helped out, to a degree, but barely. That's it. So, especially if you were, say, earning a good chunk of money and a decent amount of money, and the government's now turned around and you're only going to get like half of what you normally were if you were working. That's a massive decrease in going towards working towards your weekly bills and things like that. There's a lot of cuts that you'd have to make. So there's some of the things that you can do as well. Make some cuts, take some inventory of your finances, figure out, how much you need each week or each month, and how much you sort of spend on different things. Rule in the important stuff and potentially cut out some things that aren't necessary. Yeah, novelty items. I remember recently, especially after I lost my job towards the end of last year, I had to start cutting out like novelties, like other streaming platforms and things like that. I used to have a fair chunk of those streaming platforms. They take up a whole chunk of money, and you might like. When I had all of them, you got Netflix, there's Binge, Amazon, Crunchyroll, there's Disney Plus, Stan. I think I've already said Netflix, but there's so many, and if you've got a vast majority of those, that's a big chunk of cash, like each month. It is. And what?
Nothing.
I could.
Gotta be a dick.
Oh, you can be a dick if you like. Nothing stopped you before.
I was going to ask you how much your Pornhub subscription costed you.
Pornhub subscription. Not enough to make me not enough to make me cut it out. No, jokes aside. And so you'd have all those subscriptions, and I'd find myself maybe watching something on one of them like every 3 weeks, and then you'd have your main one that you'd be watching. So there's some things you can do. You don't need all of those subscription services, but who knows? Maybe you do. I don't know. Not telling you what to do, but I didn't anyway. So that's what I did.
You don't need it. Like as long as you've got one, it's fine.
Yeah, but it's usually enough to choose from.
Yeah, it's not a necessity. Like
no, absolutely not.
But so like not having much money and being under financial stress too can like change what you eat.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh shit, I'm pop as fuck this week, so I guess it's just 2-minute noodles for the rest of the fucking week. Or like you find yourself making like meals that stretch out over multiple days.
Yep.
Soups and stews or fucking bangers and mash.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Like
No, I love good bangers and mash.
Fucking
Before you had this conversation, sauerkraut.
Yeah, we have. Maybe I should go to Harndorf for dinner tonight.
Harndorf sounds good.
German town.
Mm.
If you ever do come to South Australia, like you need to come here at some point. We'll go to Harndorf, and one of the pubs there does a challenge. It's like a liter of beer and this massive fucking giant German hot dog.
Yeah, okay. I'm here for it.
Me too.
I'm going to have a hot dog tonight. I'm so excited.
Oh, because you're going to the footy. Isn't that in the Gold Coast?
Yeah. Just a small hour drive, 70-minute drive. It depends if there's any traffic.
Yeah, fuck you, though. Like, you bailed on me all weekend. You weren't here Friday night. You weren't here Saturday night.
Nope.
And then now you're not here Sunday night.
Nope. Yeah, busy weekend.
Fuck you.
Completely forgot what I was going to say.
Hot dogs.
Yeah, it was before the hot dogs.
Gold Coast.
It was before Gold Coast.
Food.
It was definitely before food.
Money.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what we're talking about. What we talked about, you said something.
I said how money changes like what you can afford to eat.
There we go. That's the one. Thank you. My last year at uni, I think I lived off 2-minute noodles and cereal. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's all I ate. Yep. Just to save the money. So, mind you, I was spending like $150 a week easily in fuel, if not more.
Fuck that.
Yep.
Mind you, I spend a fair bit on fuel at the moment, like with work.
Yeah. I spend not even $40 a week now.
Well, it's like
awesome.
35, 40-minute drive to get to work and then the same back. And that's not like city distance, like 35 to 40-minute drive. That's like rural, like not even like bumfuck distance.
Highway driving.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
so, it's... Yeah.
Good 50Ks or something.
Yeah, choose through the fuel.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, well, it's like 100Ks a day, there and back again.
Yep.
Yeah. But make a plan as well. So identify your financial problem, see what the issue is. You know,
you're really good at that.
Yeah, I am.
With your little spreadsheets for your budget.
When I've got the money, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different when if you don't have, solid or steady or regular income, and you're just getting what you can when you can. When you are getting the what you can when you can, it's a matter of just I get what I can, and then I pay whatever I can for bills and things like that, and food, and then whatever I need, and that's it. And usually you're left with fuck all. So that's a big stress. Not knowing when the next amount of money is going to come in. How long do I have to sit on this before I'm going to get more money? Can I pay for this bill now? All that sort of thing. What? What did I say there that was...
How long am I going to have to sit on this before I get more money? I'm sorry.
That's so bad.
I tried so hard to keep
it was good, but no.
Fuck. I'm an animal.
You are an animal. Well, yeah, so that's another tip though. So yeah, budgeting. So when you do have a regular stream of income, or even if you don't, it's still good to just budget and figure out how much you need to put away. When you do get some income, figure out how much your bill's going to cost. But that's the good thing about it too, is it allows you to look at your, like as we said before, your inventory of finances and figure out where you're spending it, where you don't need to be spending it.
Yeah, exactly. Get rid of those impulse spendings.
Yeah.
Purchases.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not easy. It's hard because a lot of these impulse spendings, they're something that we do. They're a unhealthy coping mechanism.
Yeah, I was going to say they're like a symptom of your financial stress. It's like, well,
yeah,
I don't have money. I'm stressed out. And then you got a little bit of spare cash and you're like, I'm going to buy this because it's going to cheer me up and make me feel like I've got money. Woo!
Yeah, yep.
And then you're back to not having money. It's like you get that temporary, rush of, I bought something for myself. And then you're like, fuck, I got no money.
Yeah, doesn't fix a problem. It's not a solution. Just masks the problem for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Man, this Audi was was like an impulse buy. No regrets whatsoever, though.
Sometimes you have that, though. Sometimes you've got those impulse buys.
I feel like it was more of a necessity at this point.
Well, you're having some very cold weather down there.
Well, waking up at 0.1 degrees this morning, and yes, I am having some very cold weather. I'm not enjoying it. I slept in my fucking hoodie on Thursday night. It was cold.
Put more sheets on your bed.
Join me in bed and keep me warm. Would it be the big or the little spoon?
Just a hard pass in general.
Gay about spooning your homies?
No, I just like my space.
One of those people.
I am one of those people. Pardon me. So create a budget. Look at all those things are not necessary. And it helps you in the long run to, it helps you save so that you can have some money for your impulse buying and things like that. There's nothing wrong with buying things that you want to buy. That's not the whole idea of it. It's just a matter of balancing it out so that you don't have to go through that financial stress. You don't have to be depressed about your financials. It doesn't have to affect your mental health. Like, it's one of these, I think when we talk about financial depression and financial security and all those sort of things, it can be hard and it can affect your mental health, but I think it's one of the easiest concepts, or what are the easiest things that we can manipulate so that it doesn't affect our mental health. So it's just one extra thing that you don't need. It's not like it's something that you could have. We've all got other mental health problems and things going on. Don't let it stack up, because this one, just on top of everything else that you may have going on at the same time, is not necessary. It doesn't have to be there. So which is kind of sorry. There you
go. It's the same with a lot of like mental health things that we talk about, and when you're working on them and stuff, like don't be afraid of setbacks either. So
yeah,
like you can go through, you can plan out your budget, you can work everything out, do all the right things in the world, and you're still going to cop a setback every now and then, potentially. Like a random bill might come in, or a fine that you just weren't fucking expecting, or like Caleb said earlier, you get sick or anything like that, and you cop that setback. It's like, well, that's fine. It's part of life. Like everything we do is going to have setbacks at some point, and you just need to be aware of it and not let it really drag you down and take you back to square one, where you just throw everything out the window. It's like, well, what's the point in budgeting if I'm just gonna fucking go nowhere with it? It's like, well, no, it's a setback. Like, deal with it.
That's right. It's just a setback. And it takes time too to get used to the idea of doing those like kind of budgeting and things like that. And it'll take a while before you find your groove and what works for you, what doesn't work for you, that sort of thing. So everyone's different. So yeah, it's a good way to manage your overall stress. So just the usual things that we talk about. Don't skimp on your sleep, eat well. Again, we talked about this. It's hard when you're on a low cash flow. It's hard to not eat well. But even though the cost of living, groceries, and all those sort of things are going through the roof, especially probably I'm all over the world really, but there's still ways that you can still eat well and work around that and not have to spend too much.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Good chat. I don't have anything else more to say about mental health and financial depression. Just that it sucks. Avoid it. I did it for 3-4 years. I'm still kind of coming out of it now, and it's not good. It's not easy.
No, it's really fucking hard living like week to week. But yeah, I don't really have any suggestions for it. Like besides budgeting and being responsible with your finances and stuff, and I guess keep an eye out for better paying jobs.
Yeah. Yep. Talk to people. We said that. Ask for help. One. Yeah. I'm just sorry. I'm gonna leave it there. Just ask for help. Yeah. Because some people will be there to help you. So ask for the help, especially if you. If you need it, like I've had lots of help. I've learned to ask for help. That's not easy either. And I could do I could do a whole episode on asking for help and the mental health that comes with that. There's a whole sense of pride that you don't want to eat into, especially years ago. I had a really good paying job, made a lot of money, and was able to spend it, get whatever I want, all that sort of thing. And I was sort of never had to ask. I didn't ever have to ask for a dollar. And then you get to a point where all of a sudden you've got to start asking for a little bit of money because you can't pay a registration bill, or you can't buy as much food that week, or you need to put petrol in your car. So those sort of things. And, they're the real necessity kind of items that need to, you need to be able to pay. So asking help for those items, those sort of things, that's the good way of asking for help. So I guess that's where I'm kind of going with that. Yeah. Don't take advantage of the people that are there to help you, because they may not help you in the future. So I guess that's what I'm trying to get at, because I've been in a situation where I've asked someone for help, and then may have not done the right thing with it, especially back when I may have had some addictions and things like that. So it just kind of reminded me of that, and I thought, yeah, so.
I got nothing to add to that one.
Yep. Okay. Very good. Well, I think it's just about time we take a word from our sponsors, and we'll be back with you in a short moment.
The Pain in Our Head podcast is proudly sponsored by Music Magic Co. and Brisbane rock band The Flying Circus. Visit the links in the podcast description for more information. Back to the show.
Welcome back to this week's episode of the Pain in Our Head podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sticking around. It's been a quick chat today. Coming off the back of a big weekend, I'm very, very tired. So
I think it's one of those topics, though. There's not that much to go into. Like, it's like we could go really, really deep diving into it, but essentially, make smarter purchases, better decisions about your finances, and like you said, do up a budget.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It is what it is.
Yep. Get that, like, fucking just across here. It is what it is.
Well, we're going to chat about some music. We're going to actually a good chunk of music to have a chat over. Some music that actually purely relates to financial stresses and insecurities and things like that. So yeah, hit us with it.
Okay. I'll go into a real fun one first, which is Laced Up by Hilltop Hoods. You thought I was going to go with the other one, didn't you?
Nope.
Oh, okay. No. So, have we done a Hilltop Hoods? Yeah, we did the crying episode.
Obviously. Yeah. In the dark, Into the Dark. The Dark. Can't remember what it's called.
Anyway, so many good Hilltop Hood songs. Yeah. So many. Like, I fucking love Hilltop Hoods.
Yes.
Didn't even know. Anyway, just got distracted by my hoodie. There's actually like writing on it. Do or do not. There is no try. So Hilltop Hoods, Laced Up. Great song about not having money and what it feels like to, not be able to afford things. Just super fucking relatable. It's great. Also, talks about, hasn't got much money, but still gonna order the champagne, like kind of putting up those fronts, I guess, of having money. So, people don't realize, you're a broke ass. Because there's that insecurity around not having money and what people think about you when you don't have the money to do what everyone else is doing. And it's just fucking really, really good song. Like, the kids love it. It's one of their favorite songs. Whenever I have the kids when we're driving, they were like, "Can we listen to Daddy songs?" It's like, yeah, all right. What do you want to hear? At the moment, it's Laced Up, Dim Sum Paradise, Don't Touch My Clogs, and Weatherman. That's their 4 songs that we basically listen to every fucking time.
Yeah, it's great.
But yeah, no, they love Laced Up, and so do I. I think it's great.
Yeah.
One of the good song. People that I was dating actually was quite insecure about that song, hated it because of the message. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, it's a strong message, and you're completely right when you talk about the negative feelings you get around not being able to do what others are doing, like your friends and things like that, not being able to afford, not being able to afford going out with your friends or buying a new game that you really want to get, but you can't afford it. And those sort of things, yeah. So, yeah, it makes you feel left out. and it can suck.
It's a very catchy song too. Like it's good message, but also classic Hilltop Hoods songs.
Yeah, great music.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
Hilltop Hoods.
I fucking love Hilltop Hoods. A lot of people don't like Hilltop Hoods. Like people that like hip hop, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Because Australian hip hop isn't as good as American hip hop. Because Australian hip hop's always about I came from nothing and now look at me, and it's like, well, that's the Australian culture.
Australian culture, yeah. Yeah, they're good live, Hilltop Hoods.
I haven't seen them live.
Haven't seen them live, yeah. They're good live. They opened for Eminem a few years back.
Oh, yeah?
Hmm.
I think they're better than Eminem, but yeah.
Yeah, I can't compare them.
I think they're very different.
Two very different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Hilltop Hoods more than I like Eminem. But then Eminem is a fucking rap god.
Yes.
See what I did there?
Well, I did see what you did there. Very impressed.
For those that don't understand, Eminem has a song called Rap God. So
go listen to it and you'll understand.
Damn. Godzilla's a really good song too, which also he destroys the rap on that as well.
Wasn't a fan of that album.
I just like that song.
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
Continue on.
That's just kind of all I really wanted to say about that song. Like, it's just the message is very fucking clear and really good song, and another banger to add to the Spotify playlist for the podcast.
Yes. I'll add that one. Great song.
What about you?
Well done. Well, I got a couple, but I'll start with this one first. Fortunate Son by CCR, or Credence Clearwater Revival. You heard it?
I can't say I know that one. No.
Well, you would have. It's one of those ones that you would have heard, but don't know the...
okay, yeah.
But yeah, you definitely would have heard it. So, again, well, this song, very much about income inequality, very much about the poor stay poor and the rich get rich. That's a line in a...
Oh, yeah. In everything.
In a lot of different music, actually. But this song, Fortunate Son, it was released during the Vietnam War, pretty certain. And it became a bit of a protest song, I think, at the time. And it was sort of about the drafting system for the war, where it impacted the working class. And, they were the ones, because they weren't rich or wealthy, they had to go into military service, where the wealthy and the well-connected, they could avoid going into military service. So that's what they kind of talk about. That's what it talks about in that song. The song's message is, similar to, things that go on today about income inequality and those sort of things, and the struggles of the less fortunate. Lyrics, it's called Fortunate Son. It's like, I ain't no fortunate son. That's a big lyric that is said several times. Bliss and Esso do a cover or a version as well. Yeah, which is quite cool. So if we're on that hip hop theme, Bliss and Esso merge the chorus with their verses, and they put their own rap verses into it. So very good, both those songs. So Fortunate Son by Credence Clearwater Revival, or CCR, as they're well known by, and then Fortunate Son by Bliss and Esso. I'll throw that one in there as well. Yeah,
why not? I'm gonna add like 6 songs to this week. So my turn.
Go for it.
Suitcase Full of Cash by Oliver Tree.
I
like Oliver Tree.
I like Oliver Tree too. Yeah.
Yeah, great artist.
Yeah.
Wouldn't say he's a great singer.
Very auto-tuned, but
yeah, definitely a great artist. Very, very good songs. Some of them are, quite
Cowboys
meaningful.
Don't cry.
Cowboys Don't Cry.
Yeah,
That was
I like that
off
one.
the I don't remember what that album was called, but that had a whole heap of really, really good songs. I think that's where this one comes from, actually.
Yeah,
A Suitcase Full of Cash off of.
I think
Yeah,
it
it is.
is.
It's off Cowboy Tears. The
Yeah,
album
yeah.
Cowboy Tears.
Yes, yeah, beautiful album cover. I love that album cover.
Yeah.
Makes me
Yeah.
laugh every time.
If you're using iTunes too, like Apple Music, the album is actually animated.
Oh, okay.
So if you click on it, I don't know if you can see this, but like, nah, it's not gonna work, is it? Nah, fuck it. So anyway, the bull that he's hanging on to, and like all the cowboys in front of it, like the bull comes up out over the horizon, and all the cowboys like shooting their guns at him.
Yep,
it's really cool.
That's really cool.
Anyway, so Suitcase Full of Cash lyrics. There's a like the chorus. No, the chorus is cool. It's like, we don't care what you earn, take your money, let it burn, laugh it off, what a joke, blah blah blah. But the part that makes me kind of smile is like, what are you saving for and what are you becoming? Some people are so poor that all they have is money. People sleeping on the floor can be happier with nothing. Some people are so poor that all they have is money. And it's like, bringing up that whole, it's like such an old fucking thing where it's like, you can have all the money in the world, but you're not happy still, because money doesn't buy happiness all the time. Like, yes, you need money to survive, and to an extent, you do need money to achieve certain parts of happiness.
Yes.
But a lot of good things in life are free. And it doesn't matter how much money you've got. Like, money's not going to surround you with good quality friends and family. And not necessarily. It's not always going to give you, memorable experiences. Like, yeah, you might be able to fucking pay to go to the moon, but who are you going to go with?
Yeah. Yep.
Like, money's not going to buy you, good people.
No.
It's like, you can have a house full of objects, but you're still going to be lonely.
Yeah, that's right. They can't talk to you.
Yeah.
And if they are talking to you, seek help.
Ooh. Krug just bought Soul Mask.
So it's one of those things. I can't do it. And it kills me. But sometimes you've just got to live with it. You can't have it all.
Yeah, I know. It sucks ass.
That's the way it is. No, good song. Great song. Good artist too. I do like a few of his songs. Cowboys Don't Cry would have to definitely be my favourite song.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a great song. I love the video clip.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
He's put his head on a massively buff guy and he's playing his guitar. I think it's just great.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Swing and a Miss is a great song. But the one where he's like rolling down the street and he's like emo as shit.
Is it Freaks and Geeks?
Yes. Yeah, Freaks and Geeks. I fucking love that.
Yeah, great song.
Also an amazing video clip.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad we get to add some Oliver Tree to the playlist.
Yeah, me too. So what's your next song?
Gosh, what is my next song? I was going to talk about one song. It doesn't really relate exactly to, I guess, the financial kind of thing we're talking about. But in a way it does, in terms of the, like, making mistakes. In terms of maybe like making mistakes with, potentially like money choices, and so was I. So this one's called Clarity by Caskets. And
Okay.
I've talked about Caskets. One of my
Have
favourite.
we?
I think I have talked about them, but I haven't brought up a song.
Okay.
But great. I love
Fucking
the
Chester.
great song. Love the production. That's off their Lost Souls album. That album, awesome. You know, you get like an album and just every track just rocks. You just listen to the whole thing and you think this whole thing's awesome. Personally, I was disappointed with the most recent album that Caskets brought out. I just felt like they moved closer to sounding like a lot of other bands. And their
I'm thinking
first
about
album.
Currents.
Okay. Yeah, Caskets. They got like Hold Me Now. I think I've sent that one to you. They got a few other really good songs. But this one, Clarity. So I like a couple of lines. I'll pick up every broken piece of me, erase every tragic memory. And I can't, like the chorus is, I can't break away from my mistakes. I don't see a way because my curiosity keeps leading me astray. So, yeah, when I hear that, I kind of think like kind of impulse spending, curiosity.
I don't have a problem with impulse spending. I haven't done any impulse purchase recently.
No, you have not. So that's a good song. So that's pretty good way. Yeah, second song, one that I wanted to bring up this week.
Yep, cool. My last one was kind of just going to be added as a joke, but going through the lyrics, it belongs here almost more so than the other two. So it is Suck My 401k by Amidst the Graves Demons. Weird name. Amidst the Graves Demons. Anyway, it's a bonus track off of the album Beating a Dead Horse. And yep, it promotes financial responsibility and having a 401k savings plan, which is an American thing. And you know, it's just all the lyrics are about having financial responsibility. It's like, you know, I've got college for my kids and my retirement covered. You should start investing early, get ahead of the others. Ask your CPA about stocks, bonds, mutual funds, real estate. Analyze potential assets with sufficient research. Oh my God, it's just why get rich quick when you can take your time? There's no upside to committing financial crimes. Look out for pyramid schemes. They're unsustainable. If it seems too good to be true, contact the Federal Trade Commission. It's just fuck. Like, oh my God. And just the delivery of the lyrics is fucking insane. Like, there's probably a very, very small handful of people that actually listen to the podcast that are going to go, that's a really cool song, because it's fucking brutal. Even for like a metalhead, like it's very aggressive.
Yeah,
and the lyrics are, they got to be sped up. There's no fucking way. Like, you know, you've heard it.
I haven't heard it for a while, so I couldn't
It's
say.
the one where he sounds like the piece of fucking sheet metal where he's fucking wobbling the sheet.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, got to be sped up.
Yeah. Got to be. Yeah, so for people that listen to this, once it gets added, they will understand what I'm talking about. It sounds like someone's literally got like a tin sheet and just like... It's weird. But yeah, really fucking good song. I enjoyed the shit out of it.
Interesting concept, how they put all the production together. So yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. Very nice.
That's me.
I don't really have another one. I've just got one that came to mind. This came out a while ago and it was all over the radio. I need $1. Aloe Bulk. I think that's how you say his name. Aloe, is it Black? It's Black. I'm not sure how to say his name. Blacc. So I don't know if it's meant to say black or Black but yeah. I just knew the song. I had to look.
I already got the tune in my head now.
Yeah, I had to look up the artist name because I didn't know who it was actually by. But yeah, I need $1. That's pretty.
I need $1.
Yeah, pretty straightforward for what that one's about. So
$20 is $20.
You can buy a lot with $20.
Yeah,
not really. Not these days.
Like, you're not wrong, but
I'm also not right. What can you buy with $20 these days? What do you think is
the fuel?
It's probably the most. Like, that's what, $10? No, sorry, 10 liters at the moment.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I fueled up
liters.
This morning, so my fuel light was on. So I had. By the time I got to the fuel station, I had 40 Ks worth of fuel left in the tank.
Mm.
And I filled up, and it cost me nearly $90.
Yeah, wow. That's for a full tank.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got? You probably got about a 60-liter tank, I'd say.
I couldn't even tell you off the top of my head.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Fucked.
Anyway, it is. Anyway, well, that brings us to the end of this week's episode. Thanks for tuning in. We've got no idea what we're talking about next week, so it's a surprise. Look out for next week's episode.
Surprise to everybody.
It's a surprise to everybody, including us. We haven't talked about it. But yes, thank you very much for listening. Thanks again for all your kind comments. I've actually received some comments in person this week.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. About how much they've enjoyed listening to the podcast. On 2 or 3 occasions, I think people have come up to me and told me. So that was very nice to hear. So thank you for that. Thank you for listening. We'll keep doing it.
Yeah.
Try our best to.
Even if people don't like listening to it, we'll still keep doing it.
We'll still keep doing it. Even
it was a big effort to overcome our insecurities about doing it, and so now that we're here, we're staying.
It was. We'll keep doing it, even if I'm tired and snappy towards my co-host.
See, I just don't give a fuck when you're tired and snappy. It just makes me want to poke your buttons even more. I'm serious. Like, I don't even notice when you're tired or snappy. It's just like, he's a bit off today. Better fucking rile him up a little bit more.
Let's rile him up. Oh, good on you. All right. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week. It's okay to not be okay. Save your money.
Oi. Before we fuck off.
Before we finish.
Yeah. I was driving along the other day and a car went past me and they had "It's not weak to speak."
Yeah, I've seen that one. I saw that this week too, actually. Yeah.
It's another good one.
It's another good one. It's not weak to speak.
That's right. Encouraging that communication with your blokey bloke mates. It's a fucking good thing.
Good thing to do.
It's a good thing to do, mate. You know what I'm talking about. You. No, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Good stuff. Check in with your friends. Bye.